How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout, the YouTube show where you subscribe, of course, for the latest and greatest updates in the cryptocurrency universe. And today we've got some of that stuff you guys love, that Cardano talk. So, of course, I think that it's pretty important to start off today's video by looking at the top performers, of course. We've got, now out of the blue, this altcoin up nearly 97.34%. Which is pretty impressive. Goes to show you that, in the cryptocurrency space, anything is possible. If you're holding the right cryptocurrency, you don't really need to play the lottery because you're going to be taking away so many gains left and right. You won't know what to do with yourself. You won't be able to stop winning. Then, of course, aren't we all hoping to have that accurately selected horse? Of course, with the game of altcoins, it's always high risk, high reward, and of course it really comes down to a little bit of luck, but of course a lot of research when it comes down to it. And which is why I think Cardano, it's pretty safe to say that we could expect to see some pretty interesting things from this cryptocurrency. In particular, what with the attention that has been going in the direction of cryptocurrency lately, I think that it's suffice it to say that the aspects of Cardano that really make it appealing are sort of the kind that go hand in hand with the cryptocurrency community at large. So we have a lot of really interesting topics to talk about today, a lot of things that we need to discuss regarding the current situation and dynamics when it comes down to cryptocurrency. So let's get right into it. We've got this article right here, which was pretty interesting, talking about how the millennial generation will be basically responsible for the cryptocurrency surge. And I think the millennials and the generation after them are really the tech savvy generation. I think this is pretty common sense when it comes down to it. What we're really witnessing right now in terms of the cryptocurrency paradigm shift, is out with the old, in with the new. The fact of the matter is that the old generation is really going to have to get with the program when it comes down to it. But then again, I look at the size of my audience on here, and a lot of you guys are like millennials, sure, but older than millennials. It seems like it's the tech savvy 30-year-old crowd, the entrepreneurial mindset of people who are really giving cryptocurrency its due diligence. So this article goes on to read, there was research conducted in 2018 by the international research analysis firm that showed that 77% of the millennials see exciting banking, existing banking systems, and desire, basically criticizing the rich and powerful and cryptocurrency, all that type of stuff. Definitely an interesting article to check out. It really sort of speaks to how there's a lot of discouragement of the previous paradigm, and how cryptocurrency is sort of I think waiting in the background to take over and be the next really big thing. So especially for those of us who are paying any amount of attention to the cryptocurrency space, I think we have to talk about the fact that we had Bitcoin, the introduction of digital gold, and then it's of course Ethereum building upon that sort of concept, really taking us into the next generation of what cryptocurrency can essentially make possible for us. So when we really want to talk about what the next logical step is, I think something like Cardano, it's not far-fetched to say that this sort of technology will go a long way. When we want to talk about the future of blockchain, the future of all these different things. So we have Cardano, and its plan to announce this new roadmap, which I'm very excited for. Of course, this is all coming at the time where we can be expecting some renewed interest in Cardano, in particular when it comes to Shelley and when it comes to the basics of what Cardano basically means in the overall context of the cryptocurrency world. So this article goes on to read according to recent publication by IOHK, the Cardano project is looking to make some strategic changes. A statement by the project stated during the IOHK summit scheduled the April 17th through the 18th, Cardano will launch a new roadmap. So this is sort of a pretty critical moment for the technology. Certainly something that's going to really send shockwaves through the community. Very much looking forward to this new roadmap. In the last couple of months, Cardano has undergone several shakeups, both to the project and token. The projects has seen key members leave. Of course, these have been some pretty controversial happenings, such as the termination of Cardano chairman Michael Parsons, which, of course, whether you're a fan or not, I think was a healthy decision. That's going to bring Cardano further and further, into that sort of credibility level that I think is certainly, interesting. So the change saw the foundation come under the management of Charles Hoskinson, which I think we can all agree, is a pretty interesting individual in and of himself. Certainly a modern genius of our time, of course, himself and Emergo. Also in recent months, Cardano has dropped out of the top 10 ranking. Rest in peace. At the time of press, Cardano is ranked 12th. Also the current time of making this video, with the market under, a little under $1 billion. So what does this article really mean? I mean, it definitely, represents a key shift that's happening, in the Cardano ecosystem. Certainly the community is going to have a lot of, different things. But I really, when we want to talk about it, we have to talk about the current roadmap. We have to talk about what Cardano is actually meant for the cryptocurrency community up until this point. I would definitely recommend that you guys check out the Cardano roadmap. Of course, the entire crypto team is made up of experts around the world. Definitely. Certainly Cardano is one of those technologies that has the possibility of leveraging its presence in the international stage, which is something that's going to be making a pretty substantial impact on the way that the technology continues to develop and move forward. But I think that we can expect some pretty interesting things as the time lies ahead. I mean, we look at certain stuff like this tweet right here. Nathan Kaiser, General Counsel of IOHK and Chairperson of Cardano Foundation, will be attending the IBA annual conference to participate in roundtable discussions on cryptocurrencies, digital assets, and data governance. Definitely an interesting event that I know the community will be paying attention to. This is coming at an interesting time, what we can expect to be happening in April. Of course, the Cardano spectrum and all these different things. There's one thing that you need to take into consideration when it comes to mass adoption, when it comes down, and really this is going to be the central theme of this video, is the fundamental fact that as we see Cardano and in the the cryptocurrency space in general, seeing a lot of these different developments taking place in terms of technology and all these different things. I know it's sparked a lot of interest across the board, and rightfully so, but at the same time, it's certainly forcing the community to reconsider what they expect to see from their cryptocurrency. And whether you value academic credentials or not, the fact of the matter is that when it comes down to meshing with the current establishment that's currently in existence, Cardano definitely has done a lot in the way of essentially warming themselves up to the present mentality. That's certainly one that's going to have to contend with, of course, all these other cryptocurrencies are going to have to either match what Cardano has done in terms of scientific, rigor and academic credentials, or, to basically pass what Cardano has done up until this point. So it's certainly a merit that goes a long way. It's this often cited thing that people talk about when it comes down to the project, but I think that it's certainly something that can't really be underestimated when we're talking about mass adoption and when all these different things start compiling together. But of course, this is a interesting article right here. Bitcoin will hit about $1 million despite crypto winter, says Chinese crypto guru. This is an interesting article. I always love to see these different predictions. Will Bitcoin see bottom at 2,000 or 1,000? I mean, it is interesting to see this sort of bearish, bearish predictions going alongside these rather bullish predictions. But according to News 8BTC, the Chinese Bitcoin poll prediction that the world's #1 cryptocurrency will surge to all-time highs of roughly 740 during the next bull run, which would be pretty substantial. And I think it would mean a lot of interesting things would happen for all the cryptos. I mean, it would be fairly similar to the last bull run that we saw, which of course took Bitcoin to that 20,000. So definitely something interesting to say. I mean, I want to see your comments on that and what could that actually mean for Cardano, and all these other projects alike. Certainly an interesting thing to speculate on. I'm looking forward to reading all your comments on that. But yeah, all that being said, of course, make sure that you guys are following us on Twitter. That's at CryptoTuber. Nearly 2,000 followers now on Twitter. So it's great to see the community's been growing. And of course, remember, this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Of course, this video is not any sort of advice. Of course, I'm not giving advice. This video is just my opinion when it comes down to it on Cardano in the future of these projects. But I'm definitely excited to see what you guys have to say. And of course, always interested in reading your comments. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty excited to see what Cardano is going to be doing. I think there's some pretty interesting things, that will really reshape the cryptocurrency space. And of course, we've got nowhere to go from here but up, I'd say. I mean, of course, Bitcoin's bottom might be at 2,000, it might be 3,000, might be 1,000, but of course only time will tell. But still, long term, I definitely believe in these technologies. I'm excited to see what they're going to be bringing to the table. The Cardano Foundation, and much like a lot of these other cryptocurrencies, I think is destined for some pretty big things. But of course, remember, things are darkest before the dawn. Of course, high risk, high reward. All these different things are relevant. But all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.